Hi guys, you're welcome back to Material Design Model Form Set. We'll be talking about the sign up form. We talked about the login form in the previous session. This time we'll talk about the sign up. We still maintain the opening div tag, which is the model fade class. This time the sign up form model tab index of -1, the role of a dialog. We need a dialog right there. The area labeled by sign up form model. Let's look at the form model. This is actually from the CSS, where we have the padding of 0 and 20 pixels. Now the sign up form model with the model dialog with a maximum width of 360 pixels and margin 30 pixels for the 4 sides. We have for the background color of transparent. Now we still have the sign up form, which is right inside this particular class. But let's take it one step at a time. This is for the model dialog, which I've just talked about. For the model content, and we have the button, which is the cancel button that stays at the top right corner of the dialog. We now have a sign up form. This class is the point of our validation, which will be done in the JavaScript class. We have the opening div, which actually houses around the form. We have the card, the ML card title, which is from the material design layout. And for the MDL card expand, is also from the material design layout. We have the logo, the closing div for this. The layout wraps around the logo. That's just what it is. A sort of background around the logo. Now we have the MDL card supporting text, whereby we have our form tag, an action. You can decide to extend this by probably putting a sort of signup.php to actually handle the sign up. The method is post. We have the ID sign up form. Let's get to look at the ID, which we talk about this in the main JS. Okay, so the sign up form here, we declare a variable, sign up form. From there, we get the ID of it. An if statement to check the length of the sign up and to validate, to trigger the validate function. Now the rules are the sign up name is required, the username too required. Now the email is required and the email should be true. The password also is required, and the sign up password again, you have to lock in the password the second time, which now calls on the sign up password. So there's for an error placement, there's an error. It's going to catch the error and it's going to return true if all is cleared. Back to the index.html. Now we have the div text field for the full name, just like the previous tutorial that I talked about for the login. Same thing goes for the full name text field, which is from the material design. We have for the input and we have for the label. Same thing goes for the username, for the email address. Now look at something very quickly. We have for sign up name, for what? The sign up username. These tags are very important. For what? For the sign up email. Same thing goes for the password. And you have to retype the password. So it's going to be for what? Sign up password again. Now we have a button to actually sign you up. So this button works with the what? the form action to trigger a further use of the data passed in here. Now we have a provision for already have an account. This is actually going to push you down to where the sign up or the sign in dialog. That's just what it should do. It's actually push you down if you have an account. So it's gonna log you in. That's cool. We have the opening and closing div for that. So we have the closing div for all other functionalities. So that's straightforward. Let's get to look at our web application and see how the sign up displays. I click on our sign up and get to see this. The full name is the logo itself at first, the cancel button, the full name, the card layout. This is the card layout. Full name, username, email address, password. You retype the password, the sign up button, and this another div field. Already have an account, click on your login. So if you have an account, go straight to login and see it, go straight to the login. So this is how they should interact to get to understand what this actually is. Create an account, you know. So thank you very much for hanging out with me throughout this session, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In the next tutorial, we talk about the forgot password pop-up. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued to the seat. Bye bye for now.